go that way.
No. Okay. Hello, hello. This is Mrs. Samuels. This is my husband.
Mr. Samuels?
Mr. Samuels. He's never been in one of my videos, so this is a big deal. And he said he's kind of nervous.
A little bit.
All right, so Mr. Samuels, how many -7s do you have?
I see 3.
Good job. Can you guys see that? Good. All right, so because there's 3 of them, make sure that there's a negative. You always put that in the parentheses. Keep it in the parentheses. How many pi's do you have?
I see 2.
So it's pi to the 2nd power, and how many r's do you have?
3.
R to the 3rd power. Are you really leaving me now?
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
What goes in between here?
Nothing, because when 2 things are smushed together, it's multiplication.
Okay, very cool.
We have a song.
Very nice. Do you want to sing it?
I just did.
Okay.
Or you could put the dot there. I would take either answer, but we know that you could just leave it like that.
Okay. Sounds
Okay.
good.
So how many -2s are here? There's going to be 4 of them. So you're just going to write -2 times -2, -2, -2. And because this word is evaluate, you're going to use the order of operations. So please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. I'm going to keep this inside of the parentheses like this. Mr. Samuels, you can't watch me. It's really creepy. Thank you. Okay. Sorry, guys. Okay, so because this was in the parentheses, you need to keep it in the parentheses the entire time, just like we did over here. So keep it in the parentheses when there's parentheses. So -2 times -2 is going to give you a +4, and then you're going to drop down everything you didn't use. -2, -2, and then you're going to keep doing order of operations. We're going in this order from left to right because we know we go from left to right. 4 times -2 is a -8. And then we have one more step to do. A negative times a negative is a positive, and then 8 times 2 is 16. So this answer will give us a +16. At any point in time in the video that I'm going too fast, please pause it and write down the notes and then come back to it. For this one here, I'm going to erase this. So we got +16 for this. This little negative here, because it's not in the parentheses, you're just going to write that down in your answer. And we did that in chapter 7 a lot. We're going to do the same thing. So now we have 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. 2 times 2 is 4. 4 times 2 is 8. 8 times 2 is 16. So our final answer for this is going to be -16. So notice the difference between when there's a parenthesis and when there is not. This is going to show up on your test and on your classwork assignment that you're going to do in a little bit. All right, I have to move my thing over. Whee! Alrighty, guys. All right, next up. Evaluate each expression. We're still evaluating, so we're going to use the order of operations. So I'm going to create that little check list. Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. Parentheses, I don't see any, so I'm done. Exponents, I see one right here. 3 to the 4th power, that's 3 times 3 times 3 times 3. And that will give you 81. And I'm going to drop down everything that I did not use. Done with my exponent. Again, anytime that you need to pause the video, please do it. And this thing is in the way. You can't see me. Okay. Next, I'm going to multiply. 2 times 81 is 162 plus 3. Last step. I'm going to add and subtract. 3 plus 162, 165. Okay. One last example to put in your guys' notes. Again, it says evaluate, so you're going to use the order of operations. Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. Parentheses, don't have any. Done. Exponent, we have 2 of them. So this one is going to be 27 because 3 times 3 times 3 is 27. And then 8 squared is 8 times 8, which is 64. I'm going to drop down my minus, and I'm going to drop down everything else that I did not use. Done with my exponents. Next, multiply or divide. 64 divided by 2 is 32. I'm going to drop, again, everything that I did not use. Last step is to subtract. Now I have -5. Feel free to pause, go back at any point in time with anything that you need to review or if I went too fast for you. All right, guys, thanks.